look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after arriving at the arena. The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jam. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And now the Lakers starting group, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Curry is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the center. And for Utah, Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Gobert is out there with O'Neal, and it's Conley in at the point guard. Now, Steve, you look around the league, a couple teams already suffering injuries, testing that depth early.
And because they came into the season with high hopes, it's a test of their mental resolve as well, Kevin.
Curry against Conley. Pass to Davis. Caldwell-Pope kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Over Bogdanovich. Drummond dishes to Davis. Here's Curry. The good-looking shot from the wing. Curry's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Lakers.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Bogdanovich wide open. Up again, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Curry against Gobert. Here's Davis. Good on the baseline, Jay.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Jazz for just a minute. This is the first meeting they'll have against LeBron and the Lakers, and Coach thinks his team is properly prepared. He told me this is a milestone game for our team. We want to be able to go head-to-head with the Lakers and see how we fare. We're going to learn a lot from this meeting. Win or lose, Coach is excited to test his team against LeBron and company. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Curry with the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And it's the Lakers on the break. All going up court. And James with the basket on the assist by Drummond. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Davis finds James, and again Los Angeles with the triple. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers on D. It's a 5-point game, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Back to Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Curry. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. Here's Clarkson. Plays it up and banks it in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Curry looking it over. And he comes up with the deuce.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Jazz trail by 6. Knocked loose. Oh, Kuzma's in position.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now Mitchell. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Portland.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right, he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
Lakers on D. They're leading by 8, and the shot goes in.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Here's Curry with the 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's stolen by Schroeder. And Curry has it in the corner. Down low. Harrell kicks to Curry. And Curry with the stuff.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Passes it to Clarkson. Yep, that one goes. Clarkson's got 6 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Curry. Nobody near Schmidt. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. He's got a good team both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Clarkson is out there with Conley. Then there's Favors, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Niang in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
So many different aspects to Curry's game. You know, we've talked about his ability to get to the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Joe Ingles.
Well, this is where Conley operates best naturally. In the paint, creating for others or himself.
Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Jazz trail by 11. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates, and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell, after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. And Davis gets it to go.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And Davis sends it back. Caldwell Pope. Whoa! And that's a rugged play.
That one was big time.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And that one good from Clarkson.
Man, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
James in the post, guarded by O'Neal. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Great natural instincts of LeBron. Good decision maker on the pick and roll.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz.
Timeout.
Down by 12. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And the Jazz call time here, fresh from a win against Portland.
Was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Utah called for the foul.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
Free throw good, James. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Denver. Conley, that's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Really enjoy watching Conley take it all the way. Defense can't match it with his blinding speed.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. That shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. To the paint. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Clarkson.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Here's Clarkson. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Clarkson's got 17.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Bogdanovich against LeBron. And another basket for the Lakers.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Jazz trail by 12. The pass to Clarkson. And it's good for 2. Clarkson's got 19 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
James outside. LeBron is doubled. Pass to Caldwell Pope. He kicks to Schroeder. James against Bogdanovich. James, the pass to Schroeder. 5 on the clock. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Conley for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's James, and there's another one for the Lakers.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Caldwell Pope against Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Back to Clarkson. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here is James. He's coming off a 37-point game against Denver.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage.
Here in the second half.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. It's a 13-point game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Drummond in at the 5. They get it back. Davis dishes to Drummond. Lakers passing it around. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got 22 points.
Steph just doing his thing from downtown. That's his game.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. And it's Bogdanovich again missing.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high in the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
Passes to O'Neal. And it's sent back by Drummond.
I feel like Drummond saw that one coming all the way. Great anticipation.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Jazz trail by 18. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense, Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Joe Ingles in for Bogdanovich.
I mean, elite-level athleticism. Donovan Mitchell attacking the rim. So exciting to watch greatness develop.
Curry passes to Harrell. They double-team Curry. Kuzma. Here's Horton Tucker. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Horton Tucker's got his first basket of the night. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Mitchell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
More than just a shooter, Donovan Mitchell is crafty at getting it done inside too.
Here's Curry. Here's Davis. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Harrell dishes to Curry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Up top, Favors. He's defended by Harrell. Mitchell's shot is good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Curry. He's got 24. And he gets the bucket.
I mean, Steph's elite scoring ability plus his relentless approach equals greatness.
Jazz trail by 20. Here's Mitchell. He's got 12. And the rejection by Harrell. Curry with it. Kicks to Harrell. Back to Curry. To the inside. Harrell, the pass to Kuzma. 5 to shoot. And it's Davis missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
1:32 left in the third. Curry against Conley. Tries a 3. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Curry against Conley. Outside Curry. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Schroeder's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And it's Davis at the elbow. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
It's not just the size of AD, it's the quickness. Allows him to beat defenders in traffic, forcing fouls.
For the Jazz, Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Joe Ingles. And then for Los Angeles, Andre Drummond's checked in for Harrell. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Curry. Here's Mitchell from down in the low post. It goes. Mitchell's got 14 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's James. And it's off the back rim. No good. Jazz trail by 17. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That three off the mark. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And James throws it down.
That was a great job creating in transition. LeBron, using his speed, puts himself in a position to attack.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers ahead, up 19. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. They've got Gobert. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Mitchell in at the one. That's the group right now for Utah. 6 on the shot clock. James in the post. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by LeBron. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Has to Gobert. Dishes to Mitchell. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Curry's got 29. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch! And the Jazz call time here. We know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate.
The league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. The Jazz working the ball around now. Caldwell Pope against Clarkson. 4 on the clock. Over Caldwell Pope. Here's O'Neal. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
James looking around. Over Bogdanovich. No good from LeBron. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
LeBron passes to Drummond. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lakers leading by 20. Outside for Caldwell Pope. James right side. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. The drive by Mitchell. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Caldwell Pope outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Mitchell against Caldwell Pope. 13 feet away. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
LeBron is doubled. Harrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Again, Los Angeles.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Curry. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Now Mitchell. And the rejection by Harrell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. Wesley Matthews checked in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Curry.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steph Curry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
To the middle, here's Gasol. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
They get the rebound. Now Matthews misses there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.